Well, welcome back. Today is someday, who knows, this is episode 138 of Noobtoob, a weekly independent podcast where we are now in Japan by now, and we have a call-in show for your enjoyment.
Yes, that's right. So, we, as you're watching this, we have both arrived in Japan. We are probably somewhere staggering around drunk.
Probably doing karaoke or pachinko.
Right,
or,
but we haven't had time to do, so what we're hoping for is starting after this episode, sometime in the middle of the week to next week, you guys, the whole time that we're in Japan, we're going to start every couple of days posting some adventures that we're having, because we're not going to be able to put up real Noobtoob episodes, but we're going to put up 1 or 2 minute clips of stuff that we're doing, and feel free to comment on this and the next videos that we post, more stuff that you want to see. If you want us to see the Nintendo headquarters, if you want us to see...
Oh, we're not going to do that, but yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, but basically, if there's anything in particular you want to see, Japanese culture, Japanese food, games, anything like that, let us know. And we should be hopefully doing at least 1 or 2 videos a week of the stuff that we currently do. We also have a video crew back here to help us out. So
yes,
awesome.
We got our loyal video crew made up of we got Locke Veritas, we got some other people.
Yeah, so it's going to be
people are going to
awesome.
chip in to help us edit the videos that we don't have time to edit because we're going to be off and about with no video editing capabilities.
Yeah, well, very little.
Very little.
We'll have a couple of things going on. So, but anyhow, let's start our calling show.
Yep.
Each week we like to feature the Noobtoob Army on the show. Please send in videos with questions, with reviews, stories, games, anything, whatever, jokes. And we'll hopefully see you on the show.
Yep. You can also contact us toll-free at 888-233-8480 or send your files to feedback@noobtoob.com. Also, be sure to post them as video responses on YouTube.
Yes, please keep your videos under a minute if you want to be featured on the show.
And don't forget to yow, motherfucker!
Yow! Who got first?
First up, we got Alex.
Oh.
Alex, a female caller, the rare and elusive one. Has a question about Ratchet and Clank.
Of course.
Hey Tobin and Yuzo, this is OX from Mabu XO. I remember watching an episode where you talked about Ratchet and Clank's quest for booty and how there might be an episode series to Ratchet and Clank. I was wondering if you guys have heard anything else about this and what Tobin's opinion on this is, because I know it's one of his favorite gaming series. I personally like this idea because the games would be released more frequently. And I know Tobin didn't like how there wasn't an arena challenging quest for booty, but what if they made an episode dedicated to tournaments and nothing else? Yo!
So pretty impressive, yeah.
I think she's wrong. I think that she's expecting me to be in favor of this, and I'm not.
You're not in favor of that episode of content?
No. You are, because you have the patience level of a gerbil.
Hey, man, 6 hours is a perfect time for Ratchet and Clank game for me. Absolutely.
So for me, I want to get in, like, every time they make a Ratchet and Clank game, they build up a world, they build up, fake cartoons, and they'll have mini games inside of mini games that you can play. Like, they'll have they'll have Quark games, they'll have the arena games, they'll have these things.
And Clank levels.
Yeah, and what it becomes is this beautiful shining whole where it's actually more than the sum of its parts, because it has all of these things that work well together, where it's like you'll find the golden bolts and they let you buy better weapons over here, you improve the weapons, you go in the arena, and everything builds up into this mountain of awesome.
But would you want that mountain of awesome every 3 to 4 years?
Yeah. I would prefer that. I mean, like, the new Ratchet and Clank, we reviewed it, I enjoyed it. But as time went on, even during the review you could see that, and as time has gone on since I played it, I'm like, wow, there was nothing to it. It was just like an end-to-end. It was like point A to point B race.
Yeah.
There was not much exploration. There was not much puzzle solving. There was not much arena. There was not much side games.
But like she was saying, like, what happens if they started releasing episodic things that catered to that, but not as a whole package? Like if you had just an arena Ratchet and Clank DLC or something like that.
I mean, I will take it over nothing.
Okay.
I will take it. I like anything by Insomniac. I will take. Just because almost anything by Insomniac I will take, because they do a great job.
Sure.
But I find myself craving the whole meal. It's like somebody gives you a water chestnut or something, and you're just
or
like,
a wafer thin.
Yeah, wafer thin mint. It is so thin. And then you're just like, man, a steak would be fucking fantastic right now. Like, I'm so hungry.
You want a Ratchet steak.
I do. But you have said many times before that you kind of like to get in and get out.
Yeah, well, it doesn't do as much. For anything that's story-based or anything like that, I do want a kind of a shorter experience, because I don't have the patience, especially if like the story isn't as good or the gameplay isn't as good. I like these more compact experiences where it's just
wouldn't be true in a Ratchet and Clank game, would it?
Sorry. Well,
watch your words.
I'm saying that the Ratchet games are pretty good.
Yeah.
They're really good, and they do a lot of things well. But even those types of games, like I finished BioShock, I finished Fallout, I finished some of these longer games, but those stories and those games were deeper for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's like I finished Dead Space. Like all of those things, they had enough in it to make me want to finish it, but it's rare.
Did you finish Uncharted?
No, even that one. So even that one, like I got to a point where it's just like, oh, there's so much stuff going on, I can put it down, and then just never go back to it.
We have. It's so funny. Like I have to say, one of the biggest lessons over the last 2.5 years of us doing this show is if you enjoy a game, don't put it down. Like no matter what.
But
like,
we have to.
I know.
Come on, we have a week to play 4 or 5 games. We can't finish.
I know.
Like you do it occasionally because you just like play from like 8 to like 8.
Yeah,
and you'll just
I won't
fucking
sleep.
finish it.
Yeah, it's true.
But I can't do it.
There's just been so many times I've been sad where like we'll talk about a game that we enjoyed in the past. You're like, wow, I wish I'd beat that. But if I went back now, I'd have one save game that was 8 hours in.
Like,
and
what game would that be?
I can't think of any good examples. I'm just saying off the top of my head.
What day? Sorry.
Did we have a voicemail about that, or should I just? So I didn't make the challenge. I didn't make the challenge to beat Banjo Kazooie.
And to your credit, it's really hard because I did the exact same thing. I went to Banjo Kazooie. I was about 4 worlds in, and I could not find the next world. And I didn't remember all the moves and all this stuff. I just forgot everything.
And it's no fault of the game. No. It happened with Overlord. Like in our review of Overlord, I was like, this game was really fun. I walked away for a month. I came back and it pissed me off. And it's like we're not trashing the game. It's just it's an element of gaming that you kind of. It's like in programming where it's like, you know, if you play the game, you load so many patterns into your head. You load because it's not just I remember that A shoots. Yeah. You just muscle memory. You just like I shoot, I jump, I this, I that.
You got to be good at it because you have to be especially for a platformer or anything like that. You have to maintain these skills, and the skill set between games are hugely different.
Very
a
different.
lot of times.
So you know, you spend all this time loading a game into your brain. You get really good at it. You're having a great time, and you go on to something else. You lose that shit. You got to build it back up over several hours.
And sometimes you don't want to start over a game to do that, right? I mean, there's certain games that I'll probably end up doing that. Like at some point, I'm going to finish God of War 2, and somebody gives us a challenge.
Fucking better.
That's good enough.
Yeah,
that's the thing, right? We got to make it now, or somebody's just got to shave their head to play a game for us to finish a game. But
if you beat God of War 2, I'll shave my balls.
No, because the proof would be too painful.
I'll give you a gorilla mask while you're sleeping in Japan.
No. I'll give you a Cleveland steamer. Ooh. No, that would be wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, it just comes down to with things like that. Like I really have to kind of just decide if a game is good. I need to make the time to beat it, or I'm never going to beat it.
So for Banjo Tooie, you gotta stick with it. But the thing is, I heard it's like 3 or 4 times longer.
But that is, even if I just play, you know, a couple hours a week, as long as I keep it in my brain, I just can't take a month or 2 or 3 months off.
No, not at all.
But I've learned my lesson. You know, like when Banjo Tooie comes out, I'm gonna beat that motherfucker. Definitely.
So the way I feel about these sort of long games that we play, it's just like the moment I feel like I have to start forcing myself to play a game, it's just no fun.
Yeah.
And you know, the game, like our style is so much different. My style of game is something like Call of Duty or something like that, where I'm getting better.
Right.
You know, I will play Call of Duty for like 12 hours at a time, and I'll do the exact same thing you do, but not for a story-based game.
Right.
So I don't know if it's
the points.
No, I do it for the way that my neurons connect, such that I know if I take out my MP5 and I hang around in this corner and kill somebody, then you know what I mean?
It's true. I mean, you and I are completely differently motivated when it comes to terms of gaming.
So it's a different style.
So, you know, you guys just pick one of us to enjoy. Anyway, like I think I've answered Alex's question.
Yeah.
You're in favor of the small episodes. I want the big, beefy fucking steak.
I know what would please both of us.
What's up?
Big ass steaks every year.
Yes.
You can make it happen, Insomniac. Just stop making Resistance.
See, when you do things like, I was going to say when you do things like the Half-Life episodes, where the episode is a fully contained game, then it works. But it's not episodic content if it's every 4 years. They're not like they can call it episode foo, but it's a full fucking game. It's just a game.
I guess the Olympics aren't episodic in that case.
Yeah, right. The Olympics are as episodic as Valve games. So next up is Hammer Time.
Yeah, Hammer Time.
G'day Tobin User, this is Hammer Time from the forums, and today I have some rage for you. Okay, so here it goes. It has just been confirmed that in New South Wales, Australia, that's a state in Australia, World of Warcraft Age of Conan, every single MMO has been made illegal for physical or online distribution. I shit you not, retailers selling it can get up to like a 10 grand fine, even a year in jail for selling this shit. And do you know why it's been made illegal? It has been made illegal because the motherfucking ESRB cannot rate online interactions. And, thanks to Australian New South Wales law, you cannot sell games without a rating. So what do you guys think about that? Yow.
I think Australia is fucked in a large number of ways when it comes to gaming.
Yes.
Price.
Yes.
Release dates.
So, honestly, we got this video in the mail. I didn't believe it. I was like,
Yeah.
bullshit.
Whatever.
There's no one in the world so stupid as to outlaw all online games. We went and Googled it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, and again, like he mentioned it is unrated games,
Yes.
and the I guess the rating agency does not rate online gameplay.
Right. The ESRB won't rate online experiences
the
because
ARS, whatever, yeah.
whatever the
Yeah.
Australian one is. Because the point is, you can buy a G-rated game where you're just going around like there's little puppies and stuff, and then like you log on online and some guy's like, "I'm going to skull fuck your mom with a chainsaw."
That's not E for everyone.
That's not E for everyone. That
Not
is
even T for teen.
No, that is just bad. So the thing is they refuse to rate it because they can't say what your experience is going to be like online.
It's true.
So Australia, no joke, they said that technically they can't sell them, and then the cops is weird because I thought the cops would say, "Yeah, that's true, but we're not really enforcing it."
Yeah.
But the cops in Australia, in the article, they interviewed them. They're like, "Yeah, that's true, and if you know of anybody selling these games illegally, let us know."
You're thinking like, okay, the reporter's like, okay, you go to the GameStop right over there. There's probably somebody selling a game.
And he said that in the
He's like,
interview.
yeah, there might be.
He's like,
Maybe.
I don't know. We haven't had any complaints. So they're kind of being a bunch of douchebags about it.
Yeah.
Like, don't play games like that. You know, if there's a dumb law in the books, you know, say that it's dumb and you're not going to enforce it. Get rid of the law.
There's so many laws even in the states that are like that, right? Like you're not allowed to, what is it, marry, I don't know, there's some really like...
there's weird things. Like you can't have two people in a shower in some states.
Yeah.
Like there's all these outdated laws.
There's like anything besides vaginal is like sodomy, and that's legal.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know...
Yeah. No more armpit sex for me.
Yeah, so I think the thing is like it's just like look, you can have a law, you can probably not enforce it. Then at that point, who really cares? You can
Right.
like make a lot of stink about it, but if you're not going to get busted, who cares?
Yeah.
So,
So we'll keep an eye out. I mean, if people start actually enforcing this, if any game retailers get busted
Yeah.
for selling MMOs in Australia, if you hear about it, let us know because that is horse shit.
Yeah.
We'll get real mad on the internet and change nothing.
yeah, we'll have an online petition. That'll fix things. The recommendation we always give to every Australian that calls in about their woes of gaming is just
Move
like
somewhere else.
Ooh, yeah, that would be good, but import a
Yeah.
U.S. or North American 360 PS3 is whatchamacallit, region lock, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, a Wii or a 360, just
Yeah.
import one and then buy games from Amazon or something.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
you'll get them sooner, cheaper.
Exactly. You won't deal with all this trouble. I mean, like, it's actually cheaper even with all the shipping fees.
I know.
Because of how much they ass fuck you for these games.
Yeah, it's
So,
ridiculous.
next up is very cool. So,
Yeah.
B2K, very rarely do people introduce us to games we haven't heard of that look really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's not true. It happens pretty frequently.
But he's actually does it in a really compelling way. He actually made a video about a game called Sauerbraten.
Sauerbraten, which I've actually eaten before, and it's delicious.
It is good. Sour.
Hey Tobin and Yuzo, this is B2K from the forums, and me and my friend Brother D found a game called Sauerbraten, and it's a free online FPS for the PC, and it has single player with a bunch of fun modes, but the real gold in it is the multiplayer. And you can play Capture the Flag, regular Slayer, or whatever you want to call it. It's got a ton of maps and an awesome soundtrack, and the music you're hearing right now is the actual soundtrack. There's a bunch of hard rock songs playing while you're playing, and it really puts you in the mood for shooting some people. And you can edit maps too, and it's just a great game, and I think Noobtoob would really enjoy it. Yow, not yow.
Not yob. Atomic bomb, yow. So Sauerbraten looks fucking sick.
It looks really good. So it reminds me a lot of Quake, and I think that's kind of the same sort of deal, right? So it's a free game.
Yeah.
It's is it based on the Quake engine or something similar?
I don't know what engine
Yeah,
it
okay.
is. I didn't like. We went and we looked at some other videos on it, and we're just like, oh, is this real? Yes, it is. I mean, like there's a Wikipedia page about it where these guys have they've got this game just going for free.
Yeah.
And I'd like to check it out. I think I might actually do it just because.
I think so too, but I kind of want to play the Quick Live first. So Quick Live is out, so you can play it through the browser or something like that. So
that's right.
I remember I was talking about it at IRC on Noobtoob, and somebody was like, "Oh yeah, fuck Quick Live, go play Sauerbraten." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, maybe I'll give that."
Wow, was it this guy?
It might have been. I don't remember.
Was it B2K? That'd be really funny if it's just like everywhere you go, he's like, Sauerbraten is the shit, motherfucker.
It's just like, but what do we like? I don't think he would sell it. So what is he like? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, people just get as we've seen before, people get loyal to things for strange reasons. But
Yes.
I mean, it looks very cool and it looks very retro in the sense that I feel like I'd play it and I'd feel like I was back in college playing Team Fortress.
Yeah.
Not Team Fortress, but Capture the Flag.
Capture the Flag, yeah.
CTF.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of having more of these types of games that are free that anybody can go, because like if you look at the free games today, it's a bunch of flash games which last about 5 or 10 minutes, but this is something that's competitive.
Yes.
There's Trackmania. Have you heard about that?
No.
It's a driving game, so.
Okay.
But apparently it's a free driving game you can play online. There was a big Noobtoob thing last weekend about it.
Nice.
So there's all these kind of games which are actually fun to play for long periods of time. They don't look that great.
Yeah.
But they're there, and it's just like, well, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is also really good if you're on a budget. Like these are the kind of games where you can go and play multiplayer stuff. I mean, a lot of people feel like, oh, they have to pay for Xbox Gold, they have to pay for these other things. Like, there's a shitload of games out there for you to play with other people.
Yeah, a ton of free MMOs.
Free MMOs.
There's free everything.
Yeah.
So
check it out.
I wish we had that as a kid.
I know. As a kid, it was like I was sitting all by myself. You couldn't even play games. Like the best I had.
We had doors.
Yes.
That's all we had.
So I don't know if you kids know this. Back in the day, the internet was a phone call.
So what you do, you'd get this phone, your actual phone, which is like kind of those old phones. You'd put it in a little cradle.
Yeah.
You hook it up to your computer.
And the computer goes,
you hear the sound go,
yes.
right? And then all of a sudden you're connected, and basically as you type, that's about how fast characters would show up on the screen.
Right. So basically there would just be these games where it'd be a bunch of text on the screen where you play Food Fight, you play Trade Wars, you play The Pit, you play these other things. And it's just a bunch of things where it's like you throw a mushroom pie at Jake, he takes 4 hit points of damage. Only one person can play at a time, and then you
wait for his turn.
Yeah. So I'd log out, you'd log in, and you'd be like, "Motherfucker, Tobin hit me with a mushroom pie. I'm gonna hit him with a
corn cob."
Yeah. Wow.
And then the cool thing you would do is like the timer would reset, because you can only play one turn a day. So you play at about 11:58 p.m.
Yep.
And then you would log in. You'd then basically keep on calling, keep the line busy until about 12, and then you call again, and then so I could throw
two turns,
two corn cobs right on him.
Fuck me up.
That'd be great.
So. Kids feel lucky that you did not grow up when we did, because your games are so much better.
I know, but we actually had fun, which was the weird thing. I
think they're having fun with this shit too.
Yeah, that's true.
Kids will have fun doing it no matter what. I'm sure kids like 400 years ago were having fun.
Throwing rocks at each other.
Yeah, like throwing rocks, tipping over cows, counting.
That's true. Some of the most popular pastimes were like kick the can.
Yeah, burn the heretic.
Chase the sheep.
Stone the whore.
You're right. You can have fun doing any sort of game as long as there's some sort of competition involved.
It's true. It's true. So next up, we have Game Freak.
Oh yeah. So it's a new series, right?
Yes. So it's a new series where it's Noobtoob Cribs.
Noobtoob Cribs, yo.
So if you got a good crib,
yeah, we're gonna be featuring it.
Oh, dude, it's so fun. I mean, like, try and make the videos entertaining, because if you guys send in a video where it's like, here's my room,
here's my games,
yeah,
it's not gonna work.
If your room is entertaining, if it's interesting, if it's different than ours,
your gaming setups, if you do anything kind of weird with the way that you set up your monitor, or you set up your controls, like all that stuff is really cool because people get ideas.
Absolutely, people want to see each other's cribs. So our first in the series of Noobtoob Cribs, is Game Freak 101. So please send in your videos of your own cribs.
Yes, make it a minute though. It has to be a minute.
Yeah,
long.
just a minute. Other than that, we're just deleting it.
Hey, Tobin and Yuzo, you're about to see my game room / bedroom. And I'm going to push, not pull this door open. And there you go. I have a TV mounted on the wall. It's 28 inch. It's kind of odd. Gears of War 2. Got my Xbox, my Red controller, and my poster I got at midnight lunch. I've got the TV hooked up to my speakers. My games are down there. I only keep a few that I'm actually playing. Right now I'm playing Left 4 Dead. And the new Grand Theft Auto downloadable content, I know, thumbs down, it's not that good. And I'm playing Gears 2, obviously. So, see ya.
What was that video about? All I saw was Jessica Alba.
I don't know. Like I got blinded by vagina at the end. It's like she blinded me with science. Vagina.
Yes, with El Vagina.
So that's very cool. Thank
Yeah.
you for showing us your room. It's very
Yeah.
interesting. Like that's several kids now that have sat in rooms where they had wall-mounted TVs.
Which I wish I had at a time, but it's just like I'm wondering, like when you're playing, because I'm assuming he's lying on bed while he's playing. It's just
Yeah.
like, did he get neck strain?
It's probably laying back on a pillow, looking
Yeah,
back
it's just
up
like
at it.
because for like I mean, if you're doing proper home theater design, you generally want your screen about the same level as well as your speakers. So like the speakers are pointing this way, so maybe I don't know. We can talk
Who
about
knows?
Noobtoob home theater
That's
at
right.
some other point, but that's pretty damn impressive. The fact that you can have that as a teenager.
Yeah, that's a very cool room. That's cooler than my room. Like I used to have a TV with like a TN99 4A underneath
Yep.
it, and that was it. It's like this rinky shit.
No
13
cable.
Inch. Oh god, no. Oh god, no. Just nothing but Munchman to play. So this is
what's
good.
this
So
one?
Question
Yeah.
Sleep has a game recommendation for us.
Yeah.
Question Sleep here from the forums Bleached Mud on YouTube. I'm invading your organic audio receivers to recommend a WiiWare game titled Bit Trip Beat. It's basically Pong plus a rhythm game. Sounds pretty weird. The music is inspired by chiptunes, so I guarantee your ears will be dancing with joy. One thing they don't come right out and tell you. While you're playing, you can press the Wiimote's buttons to add your own notes. That's it. Try it out.
So we had
Wow.
never heard of this before, and we went and checked it out. It was on WiiWare, right?
Yeah.
This looks cool as shit.
I know. It's just like the thing is, we have what is it? It's kind of like 8-bit design.
Yes.
It's actually the what do they call that kind of music? The like you were saying, the bit basically
Oh,
the
yeah,
bit
yeah.
music where they're using the codecs from like C64s
Right.
and sequencers and all that.
It
It's just like-
totally looks like Atari. I mean, it
it's so
looks like an
awesome.
Atari game.
Yeah.
So
But-
the whole thing is well, you just saw the video, so you're
Yeah,
going
so
back
we're
up and
playing
forth.
it.
You probably didn't hear it very much because we turned the volume down for the videos. But what it is when you're hitting the little blocks, they're actually making noises, and it ends up playing a song.
Yeah.
like it goes.
And you're kind of like matching it. So I don't understand the exact thing, but I think all you do is you move the cursor up and down to kind of match it.
That's what it seems
and
like.
then you can also start hitting the button to add extra music, and it's
Yeah.
like I'm totally gonna get this.
Oh, I'm sold. It looks
yeah.
badass. So we love this, man. We love when you guys tell us a game that we missed because we seriously, I'd never in my life even heard of this
And
game.
like with WiiWare stuff, since there's no trial or no demo, this is the only way we're going to find out about this kind of stuff.
It's true.
So,
It's true. I mean, we play enough games that it's very difficult for us to get into WiiWare games because, like you said,
Yeah.
we have to pay for every single
and we're not
one.
going to play tons of crap. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just
So
no time.
always, if there's a game that slips under our radar that we haven't heard about, we love calls like this.
Absolutely.
So next up is Mall Raider 75 has a little bit of news.
Haven't heard from him in a while.
I know.
What's up, Noobtoob? Mall Raider 75 from Jersey, back in action. Listen, I was just watching X Play, and I know Tobin loves Uncharted. He named it as best game of 2007 overall. But I just found a rumor that might be interesting for him. Uncharted 2 might have the possibility of co-op play. You have any opinion of this? Because I know you're going to love Part 2 as well as Part 1. Alright, Mall Raider 75 signing out. Yow!
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. I love co-op.
I do too, but for some reason, it's like it's almost as if I don't want to share. Like that game
You
is
want Drake all to
that
yourself.
game is so good that it's almost as if I want to just experience the joy and love that is that game.
But don't you trust as a Naughty Dog, right? Don't you trust those
I
guys
do.
to
I do.
to-
I don't know if I
to
trust
make it-
you not to fuck up my gaming experience.
All I know is that if we're gonna play another co-op game like this, you be the chick this time.
No, you're always the bitch.
No, because like I want a nice view. If you're gonna be Drake, you're gonna be like climbing up. No, think about it too. You get to see Drake's ass the entire time. I know you like that ass. I know you like that ass.
No.
Just like, oh Drake, oh Nathan, I give you a back rub.
But yeah, it's funny. I'd never even thought about this until Mall Raider just brought it up, and for some reason it just doesn't like. I love Uncharted so much that I'm just so excited to play through it by myself that for some reason the idea of co-op just doesn't do it for me that much.
I'm wondering because like the thing is like you know how Uncharted is kind of like the spiritual successor for Tomb Raider.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to play a co-op Tomb Raider
See?
either.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good point.
Like, I'm sure if we played through it, we'd probably have a good time.
Yeah.
We'd probably have fun with it. They'd probably put in puzzles. We both had to do shit. I'm sure
we might be a little disappointed. Actually.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure the experience would be fine if we actually did it, but the thought of it, like you said with Tomb Raider, because what I think it is that in Uncharted and Tomb Raider, there's puzzles.
Yeah.
So it's,
but maybe that might be good because we're like, no, bring it over there. No.
Yeah, that's
think
true.
about it. I mean, that's kind of.
It could be fun to do like cooperative puzzle solving. It's true. So I guess maybe it's because I've never played a kind of puzzly adventure game co-op before, so I don't know how to feel about it.
It's like latent co-op.
Yeah.
It's just like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, just like, no, Tobin, this matchstick goes over here.
I know. That's not how you make that.
Yeah, I don't.
You suck at math. Can't you add faster?
But it might be cool. I mean, that's the thing. It's just
That's
like,
true.
can you imagine like Layton 4 is co-op over Wi-Fi?
I can't imagine it. Like, you say that, but I can't even imagine it.
You each have to solve a different part of the puzzle. Who knows?
Yeah.
It might be awesome.
Yeah, so, I mean, like you said, I do trust Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
And if this game comes out co-op, I will play it with you because we got to see what it's like.
Absolutely, yeah.
But,
But after you finish the single player?
I will. It'll be like, I'll beat him, like, hey, you want to try some co-op?
It's just like, it's been 5 months. Actually, no, it's been 8 hours.
I'm like, hey, dude, you want to try some co-op? I haven't slept for 2 days.
And then you're going to play, it's just like, I've played this level.
Yeah, God, this is... It's like, I already know how to solve the puzzles. Like, this isn't fun.
You're just toying with me.
Yeah, I'm like, just take the block over there, you retard.
Like, what? Fucking spoiler alert. God damn it.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say how we'll do this. We'll play it by ear.
We'll see. I mean, maybe the combat parts will be fun.
Yes.
Too.
The combat... A lot of people kind of talk some shit about the Uncharted combat, but I actually really liked it.
It was good. No,
I had a great
dude,
time
I
with
hated it when I played it at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, like, if they do mess up or they find out that co-op is bad, I have a feeling that they can basically take something bad and make it good again.
Yes.
So, dude, I wonder if it'll be is it because it's going to be this year, right?
Ooh,
it
maybe
might be at
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
Or Comic-Con, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
If you see anything about Beyond Good and Evil 2 at Comic-Con, I want you to call me on the phone.
You're going.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
I'm going.
You
call me on the phone anyway.
Okay.
Like, standing next to me, like, dude, yes. So anyway, Beyond Good and Evil better than any game in the whole world. So.
Now, speaking of a game that I'm excited about.
Yes, so SCJ1990 has a comment.
Hey, Tobin Newso, this is SCJ1990 from the forums. Just got a quick question about a rumour I've been hearing, because being a massive Call of Duty fan, especially of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, because I love that shit, I've been playing it for like a year now, and I've heard a rumour that they may be bringing out a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in the last quarter of this year. Just wanted to know if you guys have heard anything about it, and whether it's true or not, and what your take on it is. And that's about it. Yow.
Oh yeah! So Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 2?
Would that be Call of Duty 8?
I don't
at that
even
point?
know.
I honestly don't know.
track.
But Call of Duty 4 is made by Infinity Ward, which I have this huge thing against Treyarch and Infinity Ward. So they're finally redoing it. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. But I heard there's going to add co-op to the single player.
Well, because this is what I was going to ask you is so. You take a game like Call of Duty 4 that all you play on it is the online. Like, you like to fight people. Like, you could give a shit about the single player.
Well, the thing is, I played Call of Duty 4 single player and I actually enjoyed it. I just, I did it for, like, about an hour, and then I'm like, oh, let me check out multiplayers, and I never went back.
Well, but so then my question is, why would you give a shit about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2? Like, it's just new maps?
Because it's multiplayer-esque. Well, no, it's going to be new maps. They're going to add more stuff.
So you think they're gonna actually? It's not going to be like the same engine with like some new maps. It's going to be they're going to go.
You look at what they did from Call of Duty 2 to Call of Duty 4.
Okay.
They probably won't do as much between 4 and 6.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to call it
4
6.
was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. So they're basically skipping years. It's basically Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Treyarch.
Right.
And so they're doing that. So I believe so. They've already announced it. It's definitely coming out for Christmas.
Okay.
I heard there's going to have co-op. I don't know if they officially announced that.
Okay.
They removed my fucking G5.
Oh, is that your favorite gun?
Pissed me off. Yeah, so the Silence G5 is the game. So it's a single shot.
Yeah.
But if you have a Silence G5 with this perk that gives you more damage, I can kill people 1 to 2 hits.
Nice.
But it's just one of those things where it's just like, I don't know if you played Battlefield, but the engineer gun was very similar.
Yeah.
It's like a sniper rifle, but faster. And I hate sniper rifles, so it's just like whoosh, pew, whoosh,
So I would remember that from Battlefield as the thing people killed me with.
probably. Yes.
It's like, oh, I remember that.
Repeatedly.
That was a fun game, the fun gun to get shot with.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. Because it happens
that's-
so fast as opposed to like red tinge.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what is this, Battlefield 2? I'm respawn.
So, but do you think like maybe you'll rent Call of Duty? So with Call of Duty 5, would you play that with co-op or
Call of Duty 6, you mean?
Well, remember how you play Call of Duty 5, the single player? Would
Yeah.
you play Call of Duty 6 co-op?
I'll try anything co-op. Like
Okay.
co-op, I mean, in my experience, co-op has saved games that aren't that good. I mean, like we said with Resident Evil 5.
That's true.
Resident Evil 5, honestly, if that didn't have co-op, I wouldn't beat it. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you and I have gone through and beaten it by now, just because
That's true.
it's like, co-op, it's fun to just play together.
It's just being with somebody and just like drinking a beer and just having a good time. You can
Yeah.
be playing checkers.
Yeah,
and like any game.
that's exactly right.
That's what it
It's the gaming experience. As long as it's not a shitty game.
Even then, you can make fun of it. I
Would
mean,
you have played Eat Lead with me co-op?
if you could have played, and I could just hang back, I would have.
You could just follow me and just listen
Yeah.
to the funny
Pretty
dialogue.
much, I would have done it. But the thing is, no, we played some bad. We played Kane and Lynch co-op.
Yeah.
We played Army of Two co-op.
Yeah,
Oh, that hurt.
that was bad.
That hurt. I mean, we did for like, it was pretty bad.
That was bad.
Yeah,
Kane and
so-
Lynch was shit. God, that game was
I have
fucking
it.
terrible.
I won it, and I have it unopened on PS3. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah?
I don't want to inflict it on the Noobtoob army.
You can put it in the pile of shit that we're going to give away.
That's true. I could.
That
It's
is
definitely deserved.
shit.
It's unopened.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and it will stay that way forever if there is a god. All right, so next up is Mex and Rose with
Mix and Road. Mex Pex.
Mex Pex and with a milk question.
Really?
Yeah.
Hello, Noobtoob. It's Max Pex.
And October's Rose from the forums. We have 2 questions for you today.
So I'm assuming y'all already know about Final Fantasy Dissidia. My question is, how do you feel about some of your favorite gaming series coming out with a different genre, like Crash Bandicoot and Jak and Daxter both made really terrible racing games, and now Final Fantasy is making a fighting game? How do y'all feel about that? Do you think it'll do good? Yeah.
My question is about Bioshock 2. So there's been talk on the forums about the game, and people have been saying that it's going to be located in numerous locations around the world and not under a secluded underwater utopia. Do you think this will really take away from the scariness of the game? Yo!
What just happened?
I don't know.
Not only did he drink out of a gallon of milk, but I don't know if you noticed this, but in front of her was a gallon of something brown. So I think that they had some plan to drink some shit, and they completely and utterly failed. Like there was
Yeah,
just
I have no idea what-
a massive and utter failure to do whatever weird drinking stunts, or they like to sit around and drink out of gallons of shit because they don't have any cups.
Yes, it's one boy, one girl, 2 bottles of milk.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. So, questions. So, Bioshock.
The big question was Bioshock.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they said that Bioshock 2 is apparently going to be in locales other than underwater.
Did you see the stuff? Because basically Game Informer had a bunch of screens for it.
No.
Yeah. So apparently the big guy or big thing at the end is a big sister.
I saw that picture.
Yeah. So they have that.
With the little sister in a cage on her back.
And then not only that, you get to play as the big whatchamacallit. I think again because he did it right again. Oh shoot.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. It's like a year long. But anyhow, so there's that, and I don't think there was co-op, but there's a couple of other cool elements about it. I didn't hear anything.
Bioshock co-op, man, that'd be the shit.
Yeah, it'd be weird though. So I have a horror co-op. Well,
That's
Resident
true.
Evil, whatever.
Yeah.
But no. So like, when I first heard about the new Bioshock, they said they're going to make it a prequel. So all the events leading up to.
Okay.
So and so and so and so.
Things happening.
Things happening.
Spoilers.
Yeah. So, but now apparently it's back. You're going back under the sea, but also other areas. I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah.
It depends on the areas, but
I mean, so for one thing, I thought that the ending of Bioshock was shit.
it was. Really
I thought it was just fetid shit.
It was tacked on.
Like
it was
they were just like,
garbage.
ship it, ship it. Play a
We don't
video
care.
of happy things happening. Fuck it, And you're
or
just like-
unhappy things.
or whatever happened to happen at the end. But
Yes.
the point is it was a shit ending, and
Yeah.
it didn't leave it open to a sequel. It didn't. I
No.
mean, like it was just garbage. But the whole game was fantastic.
All the way up to the boss battle, basically.
That just was shit.
Yeah, that was really bad too. But no, it's just like the thing about the game, right? If you're going to make a survival horror game, one of the key elements that you have to have besides sound, which is the most important.
Yes.
Sound is the most important element of a horror game. Is kind of a locale where you are trapped or stuck. So if you kind of look at all the big ones, right? Like the old original Resident Evils were all in like a mansion.
Yep.
Alone in the Dark was in a mansion. Or like what is it? System Shock was on an abandoned space. Like all the things where it's like you can't expect somebody Dead Space. You can't expect somebody to come and rescue you.
Right.
So if it's a place that's not secluded, then I don't think it's going to be as scary.
Right.
It's going to be a bad choice.
And then the nice thing about being in a really constrained spot is that the world can be multi-layered. It's like you can pass by things that have significance later, and you can have these things where you have to backtrack in a good way, where you're in this world and you get to know every square inch of it. You're back to the same place for the 8th time, but this time you've got the fucking electric gun that'll do this other magic thing.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's what's wonderful about those games is like you start to know this little spot. So, if you
Can you imagine what is it, like a point A to point B survival horror
No.
game?
And if BioShock has things where you're like riding in a Jeep and shit, it's just like that's going to take away a lot of the fun of it. So
I know.
I trust them. I trust them to do a good job, but I kind of like having it be in a single locale.
So so they got to keep it low. And if you go to other places, they'll also have to be very desolate, very you're alone. There's no. Can you imagine? You can't have a survival horror game where you're in a city with people walking around.
Right.
It just can't happen.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Unless it's like 28 days later, where it's just like everybody's.
That's not survival horror.
Not so much.
That's just shit your pants scary. I don't remember what is.
I don't remember either. So next up is Dead Space. Oh,
Dead Space?
sorry, Unknown.
Unknown. We don't know.
We don't know who this dude is.
Hey guys, I know that you really liked Dead Space for the Xbox 360 and PS3 last year, since you gave it Game of the Year. Well, have you heard? They're making Dead Space on the Wii. Yeah, the same developers handling it. EA Redwood, I think. And it's going to be an on-rail shooter. Supposedly, it's a prequel to the original. And it's coming out this fall, and it's called Dead Space Extraction. So tell me what you guys think, and yow.
Yeah, so we love Dead Space. We really loved it.
Yes.
So much.
But you also really, really love Dead Rising.
Oh, I love Dead Rising.
I loved Dead Rising. And what did you think about the Wii
Dead
port?
Rising, we fucking shit. It was terrible. It was like one of the worst ports I've ever played.
It was bad.
But you got to give them credit though. Like with Dead Rising, they tried to make the same game on the Wii. With this one, they're making it an on-rail shooter. We've played some good on-rail shooter. You like Ghost Squad? I like Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles.
Yes. I did not like that on Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, but it's just so funny because there's so much suspense and there's so much. Like in Dead Space, you have all this control. It's like something bad is happening, you can run away. You can do these things where it's just. I feel like it's cheap. It's like whoring out something I love.
Yeah, it's like the Dead Space burger or something like that, right? It's just
I just can't be excited about it. Like I trust them, I'll play when it comes out, but I refuse to get excited about it because that's not what Dead Space is. Like it feels like a cash-in.
It's a themed game. It's like you can take Mario and make a soccer game out of him. It's just not going to be that much fun.
It's not the same. The only Marios I give a shit about are the Marios that come out once per console.
Yeah, or the carts.
Actually, the new Mario Kart kind of sucked. But like the Mario Galaxy was the shit. Yeah. And it's just I don't need it to be on all these other things. I don't need Dead Space on the Wii. I have no desire to do that.
The thing is, like, if they do it right, which I'm hoping they do, because like I'm scared, because basically Dead Space finally ended up doing okay. I heard they might have broken 1 million copies at some point, but before it was like 500 copies, and they're like, shit, we EA put all this money into new IP and doing the right thing, making good games. Nobody bought them.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm wondering if they said, "Holy shit!" Like 6 months ago, they're like, "Holy shit, make it on the Wii! I don't fucking care how you do it. I don't care how good it is. Just put it out there." I have a feeling that might be this game.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. I mean, there's like we need to recoup the costs of developing this IP.
Yeah,
we've made this Dead Space world, and it only made $40 million or something.
Or whatever. Yeah.
So it really very much could be they're just like fucking. There's a billion Wiis on the planet, just churn it out, just get it out there. So
like Dead Space Kart Racers is next. Dead Space Basketball, where they took that basketball thing and like that's just the game on the Wii.
There's My Little Dead Space.
My Little Dead Space,
where
that's
you're
right.
dressing up all the little guys and you change your hair.
Or no, like what is it? Dead Space Trauma Center.
Yeah,
you gotta
operating.
you gotta get your gun and basically try trying to make decisions.
Puzzle space. It's like a match 3. It's like there's like weird armed monsters and shit.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
And they're gonna make Dead Space just like blaxploitation 80s.
That's right, just like all that stuff. So
Why not?
We'll play it when it cocomes out.
Not excited.
Not excited.
Scared.
Very frightened. So next up is King 1919-12.
Hey Tobin. Hey Yuzo. This is King 1919-12 from YouTube. I was just wondering. Last week you mentioned something about retro games, how if you're going to make a new game, you got to make it the right way. So I was wondering, what games would you want to be remade if you could have any? And what would you want them to do to them if they remade it? Thanks for listening, and yow.
So many games. So many games.
So let me just start this out by saying that one of my wishes has come true.
Which one?
Have you seen the footage for Boy Ne's Blob?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my!
That was it. Looks really good.
Oh my god! It looks so good. It looks exactly like that game should be in a modern console. So I mean, I'm not gonna. I guess I shouldn't. That's not the answer to your question.
That's one way to do it.
Sometimes dreams come true.
No, I have a ton of games that I
hit me.
love.
What you got?
So I've always talked so much about Zombies Ate My Neighbor.
Yes,
it's one of the best 2-player, and I wish So here's a couple things I want them to do. Go play it if you haven't. It's on the SNES.
Yeah.
Make it 4-player.
Yeah.
Up the thing.
Have they shipped it on WiiWare?
No, not yet. Not yet. So that would be a game. Hopefully, if they ship on WiiWare and then made it online.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
But you want them to remake it for a modern console.
4-player. So I think somebody tried to do it sort of with Monster Madness, and it was shit.
Yeah.
So I think you should still do it isometric. You should be able to, obviously have leaderboards. You should do all this stuff. That's a great one, and the other one obviously is Kickle. We've always talked about that too.
Kickle remake would be so good.
Oh man.
So for me, I have always wanted to play a remake of Grim Fandango.
It's kind of recent, but you wouldn't play it, dude. It's a fucking adventure game.
You say kind of recent, but it's like 12 years ago.
Yeah, but still, it's just like it would be an adventure game, and you wouldn't play it. Just seriously, you totally wouldn't play it.
It's not an adventure game in the way that the new Sam & Maxes are not good.
If I dropped out Grim Fandango in front of you, would you finish it to the end?
If it was remade and all awesome. Okay, fine. All right, let me move on to Final Fantasy VII, which has been a dream of mine for my entire life.
Random battles.
They'll fix it. I'm saying I'm not saying a step for step remake. I'm saying take what Square Enix has learned in their modern games to make a Crisis Core combat system.
Why would you want 7? I mean, Crisis Core is essentially a remake of 7. Come on.
No.
It's in the same world.
Yes.
It's with Cloud with black hair.
No, but the world for Final Fantasy VII was so compelling and so vast, and so many things happened.
They've already made like 4 other. Remember Final Fantasy VII? All those that really shitty shooting game.
Yeah, it was shitty.
They've done.
So it was shitty.
But why do you want to replay that same?
Because that game was awesome. Shut up! You don't know anything.
I think nostalgia is clouding your brain. I bet you if they made it and they did it like either.
I think they're gonna. They're making their way up. They've done. I'm telling you, they've done 1, 2, 3, and 4.
You're right. They have.
They're coming. They're coming. I'm telling you, 2012.
And here's my prediction: you are not going to finish it.
Oh, I will fucking beat that. I will beat that just to spite you. That game could come out. It'll be Final Fantasy VII Kart Racer, and I will beat that shit.
Did you play 6 or any of the other ones that they remade?
I played 8. Are you talking about remakes?
Yeah, any of the remakes?
No.
Because you don't like that style, right?
Right. Well, but I don't have the nostalgia for that game either.
But that's what I mean. Like, if you look at that, they kind of kept the same sort of combat systems. They didn't really do that much with it. If they do that with 7, would you still play it?
Yes.
He won't. He's not going to do it. I know for a fact.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. So next up is Drake has a question about our vacation, which we are on right now.
Yes, we're in Japan drinking some
Sapporos. In Japan as you're watching.
The vending machine in our hotel that sells beer.
Our hotel has a beer vending machine. It has beer and sake, and it looked like maybe some other shit.
Why not? Panties.
We may not come back.
Yeah.
This may be the end of Noobtoob. You've seen the end of it. We're just going to stay in this $25 a night hostel, and it's about 1/4 the price of the house I live in California.
Yes.
God damn it. All right, so next up is Drake.
Hey, Noobtoob. This is RuckusMan333, a.k.a. Drake. So, I have a question. Since you're going to Japan, what kind of food will you be eating there? Will you be sticking to the American way and just, fast food, whatever the hell? Or will you be blending in with culture, trying a bunch of new kind of food, whatever? And also, why haven't you reviewed Mad World yet? I want to see what you guys think, because I think it's freaking sweet. And so what do you think? Yow.
Rewind back to episode 136, and,
yes, and
there you go. There's your Mad World.
What did we say? You said thumbs
I said
down. Yes, thumbs down rental. You said thumbs up rental.
Yeah, we're still in the future. We're still in the past, so
You
I haven't played the rest of it to
Asian
get to the
town
annoying
level.
stuff.
Ah, it's too bad.
So this is not a widely known fact about you, but I don't think we've talked about much on the show that you are a foodie.
I love
you are
food.
one of the biggest foodies I know.
Really?
Yes.
I guess you probably do. So basically, I will go I will do trips entirely just to eat the food of that area.
Yes.
So there is no way in hell I'm going to let any of you bastards go to McDonald's unless it's for the marron pie, which is freaking awesome because it's chestnut in a fried thing, and it's like the best thing for 99 cents or
Yes.
99 yen. So, yeah.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like,
So it's
this,
just
this
like,
what
oh my
happens is we end up traveling someplace, and you're like, you don't understand. There's this hole in the wall place over here.
It sells
that has
pierogies.
Pierogies, and I'm just like, yeah, cool, whatever. And we go there, I'm like, oh my god, I have never eaten food this good as long as I've ever lived. So, I mean, your taste has been impeccable so far.
So like everything, and the thing is, like, you have not found the other places that I found in Japan.
Yes.
So I know the best tonkatsu place. We're going to go to Namco Namja Town.
Yes.
Of all places to
a
go to the
theme park
based around gyoza, pot stickers.
pot stickers, so it's just kind of like a fried dough around meat.
Yeah. And it's called Gyoza Stadium.
Gyoza Stadium, and they've got like 9 different kinds of gyoza.
Not 9, dude. They got like 20.
Like 20.
And in each little booth that you go to, they have this awesome thing where you basically have this little vending machine.
Yeah.
You put money in and you pick one. Of course, this only has characters, so you don't know what you're getting. So you go and you pick one, and they hand it to the guy, and he gives you gyoza. So what I typically do is go, and then we split like 8 different ones, and we have this.
Just try everything.
Just try everything. Gyoza Stadium, ramen museum.
You
We're
need
going to
lots
hit
of ramen.
a lot of tonkatsu, a lot of
sushi.
Konbini, onigiri.
Yes. Onigiri, I don't know if you guys know, this is a triangle of rice with different shit on the inside. So they'll put in salmon, they'll put in plum, they'll put in whatever.
And we go to the equivalent of the Japanese 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And
or
get
7-Eleven.
Or 7-Eleven, actually. Yeah.
And I'm also going to send back pictures and videos to you guys of me eating weird convenience store shit, because last time I was there was some fucked up stuff. There was like hot dog buns with spaghetti in it.
Oh, dude.
There was just, I
Yeah.
mean, like, you know, it's Western food, but it's weird.
Yeah. Are we going to do the live food thing?
Maybe. I'm
I'm
still
a little-
not sure how I feel about it. So sometimes they'll actually bring like a live fish to your table and skewer it and cut it up while it's still breathing.
Yeah, or like
And
get a turtle and cut its neck, and you.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna do
it's
that.
just like I don't.
Fish is one thing, because fish I just think of as like a dumb, brainless thing. But a turtle, like that is I'm not
yeah,
cool
like
with that.
shrimp. If it's kind of wriggling and they do it,
Yeah.
like I'm cool with shrimp, but like
So-
invertebrates.
And even if we do that, you know we're going to put video up because people get pissed.
Yeah.
So I'm not down with the live food. But the point is we're going to eat lots and lots of awesome Japanese food, and we will be
Take
documenting
video.
it for you guys. If you know, like I'm assuming a lot of you care about the Japanese experience.
Hopefully, if not, let us know, because
Yeah.
then we'll stop.
Exactly. So as we post up these videos, if we're posting up too much of one thing or the other, be sure to comment and say, hey, we've seen enough food. You know, we don't seem to care as much as you guys do what you're eating. Go back to the video games. Like, we're cool with that. Just let us know.
Yeah.
So our last video is
BJ
from
Vito?
BJ Vito about Apple.
Apple.
Hey, this is BJ Vito from the forums. I'm kind of new to this, so I don't really know, but love your show. I was just wondering, this might sound a little stupid, I don't know, but do you think Apple will get into some kind of into the gaming industry somehow? I don't know if it'll be good or not, but I don't know. It might. Yeah, thanks. Yow. Yow.
What was the question again? I'm too busy playing all of the games
Yeah,
on my iPhone.
I don't know. It's weird. It's like you know, I'm playing some Edge. You know, like you got the Edge dude rolling around.
I don't have my my bubble wrap game on here.
Yeah, your bubble wrap game.
Yeah,
you
I have to
get
wipe it.
fucking the Watchmen MMO.
Watchmen,
you got
Rolando,
right?
Everything.
So I think the root of his question was: does he think that Apple's going to build a gaming console? Are they going to develop video games? No.
This is a gaming console. This
Basically.
is the gaming console.
Yes.
So
so there's big news right now when we're recording. It's a little bit old
Yeah, a
by the
couple
time
weeks.
this video comes out, but they have just announced a shitload of new features that are gaming friendly for the iPhone.
yes, so it's iPhone 3 OS 3.0 for the iTouch as well as the iPhone.
Right.
There's a couple of cool things. You're going to be able to do peer-to-peer connections over Bluetooth, which means I'm guessing we'll be able to basically play like Mario Kart-esque games together.
Right
and just
next
do
to
it
each
right
other. So,
yeah.
and the cool thing about Bluetooth is things can just pair with each other.
Mm-hmm.
You don't require a wireless network in between. It's a little bit more difficult to overload the networks.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of peer-to-peer games. By the time we get to PAX, there will be games on the Wii. On the on the iPhone that we can all just play peer-to-peer.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm hoping there's going to be more MMO-style games. I'm hoping there's going to be more network stuff because they're starting to add notifications. They're starting to add, the other cool thing is microtransactions. I don't know if it's cool, but the fact that you can play a game and then buy new levels within the game is awesome.
It's a big deal for the game developers. So you know they've been hoping for this for a while because right now you can only charge for a game once. But once you start adding in microtransactions, what happens is that people can ship you a demo of a game that you can unlock the full version in that
and
game.
We've been waiting for that forever. Right now you only get trial versions,
and they're separate.
You have to get different apps.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. So they've fixed that. I mean, like the thing about Apple is they'll put out something, but then they'll just iterate and iterate and iterate, and it keeps getting better and better. So you know the stuff that they're bringing out for the iPhone is just sick.
Yeah, so I'm a little worried because I mean the thing is like still the interface to the iPhone and iTouch is still not best for games because there's no cross pad. The buttons kind of suck. So you're basically limited to games like this or that's
doing
pretty
something
much it.
with,
Like this.
The thing is this will as it exists right now will never ever be as good as the DS. It's an idle game. It's a game that you can play.
But it could be better in other ways, is my thinking. Because like such a network device, since you have GPS, you can be able to get these location-based games where I'm just walking down the city and I just start up some sort of weird like I don't know geocaching game and somebody
or an ARG.
Or an ARG or whatever, and so you start getting messages. So you're going to get different types of games.
Okay,
and
you're right.
The potential is huge.
Yeah, so
I have yet to see it.
In terms of traditional games, the DS is made for traditional games, but this sets people's minds free. I mean, people could go out with all the things you just mentioned and just go crazy and basically expand our notion of what games are.
Yeah, like remember what was the game that you like the ARG that you just loved?
Majestic.
Majestic. Like nobody has done something of that level as a game.
I am speechless every time I even think of Majestic. It brings goosebumps to my arms. Like I've never in my life played a game like that, and it's possible on the iPhone. So an ARG, I don't know if you guys know about alternate reality games, is that it's a game where it's kind of indistinguishable from your life. Like you're playing as you, and you're solving puzzles, and you're doing whatever, and people will call your fucking cell phone. They will
SMSs.
Instant message you, SMS you, send you emails, do whatever, and suddenly you are immersed in the game in your life. They can have you go to physical locations in the world.
I know. It's just like some of the ARGs are based around like, okay, you solve a puzzle, you have to go pick up a payphone at a certain time, and then somebody calls it, and then basically gives you the next clue.
God,
and then
that's
you
so
go to the next
cool.
thing. It's just like, why hasn't somebody taken that in yet?
And
the moment
why
somebody does, I'm going to play it.
That's the weirdest thing about it is like for me that was one of the most rewarding gaming experiences of my entire life, but nobody seemed to give a shit but me. It went out of business. Nobody was playing it, but nobody was paying for it. I would have paid like $40 a month for it. I was having so much fun.
Wow.
And it was like $8 a month, and it went out of business.
Yeah, I don't understand. So like nobody, like I don't know if it's a fact that nobody can figure out the whole thing because it came around the same time that movie The Game came out.
Yeah.
And I saw that thing, and I'm like, wow, this is the future of gaming. You know what I mean?
Well, but what's funny is I described that game to people. I'm like, yeah, it was cool. They were calling me at 11 o'clock at night. There's girls screaming that there's people knocking down the door of their house, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is the coolest shit I've ever played. And they're like, that sounds terrible.
Maybe that's why.
Like, maybe it's this. I mean, do you think that sounds cool?
I think it sounds awesome. I don't know if to that extent, because I saw Majestic and I'm like, I want a game time and non-game time.
They had that.
Yeah, exactly.
In
right?
the game,
I remember I signed up for them, so I was like, okay, set the times that you're willing to be contacted.
Right.
Set the modes that you want to get faxes. Do you want to get SMSs, emails, and all this kind of stuff. So you can kind of limit your exposure to it. But at the same time, I want to say, like, okay, for a weekend, I'm in game mode.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And the closest thing I found, do you know anything about geocaching?
Yes.
Okay, so
a little bit.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, geocaching is you go to a website and it's just like go to these coordinates via GPS and you will find something.
Yeah.
And then you go there. It's usually a box and you sign your name saying you've been there. You take a token or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not that interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of fun. I mean, people just have fun with playing with their GPSs.
Yeah, and it's
not
just
a
really,
game.
you go here and you're done.
Yeah.
But so there's a couple of people out there. I think they call it Wayfind. I don't remember the name, but if you go to geocaching.com, they have a sister site.
Okay.
So what they've done is they've created modules.
Ooh.
So
like D&D style modules.
Yeah, exactly. That are based off geocaching. So what you do is it only works on like Palm OS or Windmill or something stupid like that.
Something I don't care about.
Yeah, exactly. You download a client. That phone has to have obviously they're going to work on iPhone at some point.
Yeah.
You download modules that people design.
Yeah.
Right? And that the design of the module is that a bunch of different GPS points with stories and pictures and sound.
Wow.
So you start out, you say like there's a game around San Francisco,
Yeah.
and then you have to start the game at Union Square. And all of a sudden, it's just like, oh, hey, there's this very secret story, and then you just tie it in, and then basically as you go to points, you have to either type in the hint or the code based off what you found to go to the next.
Dude, that's huge. But that is huge.
Nobody's playing it.
Fuck.
Well, obviously, because it's not on iPhone yet. But once it gets on iPhone, it's just like,
it's got to blow up. It's got to blow up.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
we will champion that shit when it comes out because, like everything you're saying, I mean, I love that kind of game. I like getting out in the real world. I like solving the puzzles. I like having a mobile device that kind of interacts in the land around me.
Or interacts with other people.
Yeah.
Like imagine if like you're both playing the same game, and all of a sudden it knows that you're there, and then somehow makes you interact somehow.
Forces you to do a shared clue. They're like, you have been paired up with Yuzo.
Yes.
You guys meet
they
at this
have
spot.
a piece of this puzzle. You have a piece of the puzzle.
Yes.
You got to do it together.
Oh my god.
We need to start an iPhone app game.
I was going to say, it's like one of those
shit,
things where it's like, I want to start a company that just makes that stuff because, you could sell it for a monthly subscription. If there's enough people like us, I would pay.
Or like
I
with
would
DLC,
pay.
like with this thing, you can download new modules and then create a whole new market around it. So it's just like, so the future
That's
of
our
gaming.
dream. That's our dream of gaming is mobile devices empowering games that are like nothing you've ever played before.
Yeah, it'll be game is life.
Yeah.
Life is games.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And the people that don't think it's cool are wrong.
Yes, fuck all of y'all.
Fuck all y'all bitches. So that's it. That's our show. That's our call-in show for the week. Thanks you for watching. Check out the website at noobtoob.com and participate in our forums by clicking the community tab at the top of the front page.
Yes, and if you're watching the video on YouTube, make sure you click on the subscribe button right there. By this point, we've got to be so close to 14,000. Get us over. And also rate the video with 5 stars by clicking on Tobin's junk, Japanese junk.
That's right.
Of some sort, yes, by this point. That's all this episode. I'm using what's enough.
And I'm Tobin Kazire. Audio engineering for Noobtoob is done by Range Namjatown Strunk. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. We're out.
See ya. Actually, we won't.
We won't see you next week.
No.
We're still out.